We all know just how good mining can be for money. The Crystal Hollows revolutionized mining, introducing gemstones, introducing an incredibly lucrative pastime. You see, in the Crystal Hollows, gemstones have a set spawn point. They also regenerate on a timer, meaning the most efficient way to actually mine gemstones in the Crystal Hollows would be to set up a route, meaning that you go from one gemstone vein to another, to another, to another, and eventually you'll go around in a big loop until basically the gemstones that you initially mined have regenerated, and then you just go in a circle and continue to mine. It's really, really efficient. You don't have to switch lobbies. That's what makes gemstone mining so profitable. However, the mining update has brought us 4 new gemstones: Onyx, Aquamarine, Citrine, and Peridot. Now, they all sell for different prices. For instance, Peridot is the most expensive and Citrine is the cheapest. But of course, the way in which you mine these new gemstones is completely different to the old gemstones in the Crystal Hollows. You see, when you actually enter one of the caves, first of all, you'll notice that you gain cold, meaning that the more you stay in the cold, the greater that number becomes, and the more, basically, your stats are going to deteriorate. Similarly to the Crystal Hollows, the gemstones spawn in a set location, and they regenerate on a timer. However, there's significantly less of each type of gemstone in each lobby, meaning that by the time you've mined out all of these gemstones, if you were to go back to the start, you would be waiting quite a while for the next gemstones to start to respawn, meaning that it's inefficient to stay in the same lobby. The only way to make this anywhere near somewhat efficient is to lobby hop. And the idea we have there is basically once you've mined all of the gemstones in one lobby, you go to the hub and then you basically come back here, and that's it, on repeat. Now, of course, that brings up quite a few problems. Switching lobbies usually creates problems. It's clunky, it's slow. Let's just go /hub. Okay, maybe it takes us a couple of seconds, then we'll walk back to camp. Now, we can probably do this a bit quicker, but you'll actually notice if you start to actually warp quicker, then you'll start to get error messages saying that you actually can't warp, and then you've got to wait. So there's a good, like maybe 5 seconds it probably takes to switch lobbies. And then, of course, make your way back to whichever gemstone you are mining. So there is a little bit of downtime in between, which is expected. However, if you're anything like me, when you start switching lobbies a lot, that does really cause the game to sometimes crash. Or not only crash, but sometimes it just kicks you out of Skyblock, then you have to wait a couple of minutes to log back on, and it's a whole ordeal. But while it is a little bit of a pain to mine gemstones in this way, it would still be interesting to see how much money you could expect to make mining these new gemstones. Now, there's been a lot of talk about Peridot, and it's dropped in price a lot recently because a lot of people have just been mining it up and selling it because of how expensive it is in comparison to the other gemstones, which means there is a few things to consider when mining gemstones, especially in the Glacite Tunnels. And we'll get into those in just a minute. If you are planning on purchasing anything from the Hypixel store, make sure to use code NITROS, it gets yourself 5% off. You should subscribe to the channel. If you watch the videos and you haven't subscribed, please make sure to do so. You should join the Discord server, it's linked in the description of this video. We offer slayers and dungeon carries, so if you need carries or want to carry and make some coins, make sure to join. Naturally, the more expensive the gemstone, the more people are going to be trying to mine it. Peridot is the most expensive gemstone and it is the most profitable one. Of course, that is pretty obvious, we wouldn't need to do any tests to figure that out. But something you do have to consider is, while this isn't really contested at the moment, a lot of these lobbies are never actually full of gemstones because people are constantly mining them. As opposed to something like the Citrine gemstone, which is kind of always in abundance because it's the cheapest one. But then you've also got to think, well, no one's going to be mining this, so it's pretty much always available. My mining setup is not the greatest. It was easily enough to get us Heart of the Mountain 10, but we have relatively good armor. We only have this gemstone gauntlet, which does have full perfects and pristine 5. The pet we'll be using is this Glacite Golem. When we did the testing, it was actually level 98. Roughly have around about 4.5 mil of each gemstone and mithril powder. Now obviously these are neither ideal stats or an ideal setup to actually make money from mining gemstones. So I did some testing, and not only I, also Opinion, who has a much better mining setup. So his armor is basically the same as mine. It's gemstone slotted, jaded, recombed, with 4 perfects in it. He has this 655 drill, which is better than my gauntlet. He has this legendary Scather, level 100, and then he also has better equipment than me as well. They're pretty much ideal setup. And if you look at his powder, he has, well, 12.5 million mithril if we add the extra 400k here, around about 13 mil mithril, and 15.5 million gemstone, which is going to be way more favourable than my powder in terms of making money. Now, here we can see the things that he is missing. So he's missing a blue cheese grill, quick claw on Scather, efficiency 10 on the drill, Divan's drill, relic of power upgrade, and also the Divan's pendant. So he doesn't have a max setup. He just has a much better setup than mine. So the rates that you can see if you have a max setup or a better setup than his, then of course you're going to make more money. Anyway, so the plan is we're both going to mine a gemstone at the same time in different lobbies. We're going to lobby hop. We're not going to go into any mine shafts. And yeah, we're going to do a 10-minute test for each gemstone and multiply our results by 6 to get our hourly rates. Okay, splash me.
Alright, you got it?
I have been splashed. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright.
Okay, citrine.
Yeah, the problem is, like, I really hope I make more money than you.
You're gonna make so much. You have to make more money than me. Otherwise, there's genuinely something wrong with the game. Like, something's not right at all.
Yeah, or I'm just really bad at mining.
I mean, I don't think that's true. You've seen me. You've seen my gameplay. It's not great.
I've made fun of your gameplay. I would never. That'd be really mean.
Yeah, it'd just be unjust as well. Like, my gameplay's, you know. This, you know.
Oh, wait. Can we restart?
Why?
Never mind. I threw.
What happened? Okay, so in 10 minutes I made 1,716,000 coins.
I can send you a screen.
Okay, let's see how much you made. And you made, let's call it 2.3. Okay, so let me see how much that is per hour. Yeah. Right, so you made 13.8 and then I made 10.2. I guess citrine just isn't very good. I think that's what we've got to take from it.
You're only mining one vein, right? Because there's like multiple areas where there's like citrine. I was only using one of the areas.
Well, yeah, just like the main bit where you put the waypoint. Yeah. Onyx, let's go. Okay, there we go. Started.
That was the worst countdown ever.
Yeah, I didn't do 3, 2, 1. I just sort of was like, get the bread. I
feel like Onyx might actually be worse because of the amount of time it takes to get to Onyx. Low-key.
Yeah, maybe. Although it does make it makes a considerable amount more, so maybe similar. I don't know, we'll see. Time will tell.
We would also be making a little bit more if we were counting into floors, I think. And then sell ordering them.
Yeah, but I won't get enough to make a flawless.
No, for sure. I got close.
Yeah. Yeah, but I guess if we did it on a larger scale, then you probably would make slightly more. Yeah, probably would. Oh, this lobby's mind. No, it's the karma. What you were getting before it's happening to me now. Yeah.
I got a perfect lobby.
Oh my god, let me warp. Let me warp. You're ruining my rates game.
The thing is also, like, I have perks from my Glacite tree that boost my fortune in mineshaft and stuff like that, which you obviously don't have because you don't have peak 10, so you don't have as many perks selected, and also you just don't have as much powder. Because I don't have that much Glacite, but I do have it like a little bit. And I feel like that would also like make the difference significant.
Probably, yeah. I don't know. I think if the foraging update goes on to alpha, then the citrine gemstone's got to shoot up in price, surely.
It will shoot up, yeah. But it'll crash very quickly also. It's one of those things where people just...
Most probably, yeah. It's just like Summoning Eyes with the Primal Dragon update when it first went on alpha, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that was a little bit different because I guess also people were actually investing.
Is this you? Someone else is bloody mining them. Oh my god, someone's nicking my gemstones. Get out of here.
It's not me now.
Yeah, I made 1.704, which is less than citrine.
Oh my
god, don't mine Onyx. I don't know why people mine it so often.
Hey, look at,
wait, let me look at, yeah, let me see yours. Sorry. So you've made 2.8. So what did you make last time? 2.3.
Yeah, I mean 500 more.
Okay.
I'm making 3 mil an hour more mining this.
So I made less and you made more. So I guess that's just, and maybe you just got slightly lucky with the lobbies. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, you made 16.8. I made 10.2 mil an hour. Jesus, that's bad. Oh god.
That is terrible.
Yeah.
Join my party.
3, 2, 1, go. Right, aquamarine. Let's get it. Okay, yeah, okay. This area seems to be much better. I did not know about this haven. This haven of an area for aquamarine. What a find! I got a mine shaft as well.
And I
All right, okay, wait, hold on. So you made 3.3 mil in that period of time. Yeah, so that's 19.8 mil per hour, which, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, though, you can't just take the price of the gemstone. You've got to consider everything else. Like, this method of gemstone mining is just not... Even though the gemstones are expensive, it's just not efficient, because you've got to constantly walk between lobbies. Well, I made 2.15, essentially, which is 12.9 mil an hour, which is not good.
How much more is that than your previous one?
Like 2.5. So it's like, what, a 25% increase?
So you wait, no, you made how much per, no, how much per in 10 minutes did you make, sorry? You made
2.15, or yeah,
and
2.9.
how much did you make in the previous one?
1.7. Which is just over 10 mil an hour.
Wait, 1.7 and then you made 2.1, so 400k more. Okay, I guess I didn't do that bad then.
Yeah, you did pretty well. I feel like, yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. Peridot is the final and surely the most lucrative one.
Yeah, but it's also like constantly mined.
That is a good point. We'll see. Right, okay, so you'd think if there's loads of veins available, if you're mining a vein, right?
Yeah, you go for another one.
You go for another one. Why do people go for the same vein when there is like multiple veins next?
Because maybe he does it. Maybe he's doing what we're doing and he wants to get all of it.
Maybe, but like, yeah, so I guess whatever. It is what it is. There's so much of it as well. It's just like an endless supply. I mean, as long as you get into a decent lobby, you're absolutely golden.
Yeah, I've gone into like a couple good lobbies in a row. So
Yeah,
I think I'm.
definitely.
I feel kind of bad though, because somebody tried talking to me in my guild in a lobby. And I just, I'm gonna respond to them as soon as it's over. And say, so I apologize.
Dude's locked in.
Well, yeah, I can't be thrown.
No, I can't be throwing too much. Right, okay, so I looked at how much money I'd made and I was like, oh, that's quite disappointing. And then you were, oh, I'm disappointed too. But you made so much more comparatively.
I was making 30 mil.
Yeah, so you made 5.1 mil, which is what, yeah, essentially,
Bro,
it's like 30 mil an hour. So you made 5.1 mil in 10 minutes, which is 30 mil an hour. I made, guess how much I made?
You made 2.1 before, like 2.4?
Oh, 2.8, almost 2.9, which is the equivalent of what, let's call it 2.9. I'll give myself the benefit of the doubt, times by 6. 17.4, it's not even 20 mil an hour. You made more doing aquamarine, right? Yeah, you did, you made over 3 mil. Yeah, you know what? It's probably partly, maybe slightly inefficiency on my part. I didn't get bad lobbies. I guess you just have way better gear. I guess the powder and the drill makes a lot of a difference. But 30 mil an hour you can't really complain with. And it's been basically mined to the point of like the prices fell through the floor because it was way higher. It was yeah, no, Citrine was relatively close, right? Because I got 1.7 and you got 2.1 or something in 10 minutes. 2. Yeah, something like that. So that was relatively close.
So maybe I just threw, I guess.
Or maybe I started to throw more. It could be one or the other. Now that pretty much concludes the testing. And what I take from it is there's so many variables when trying to mine gemstones in this way. And I feel like there is a lot of luck involved because, well, if you're lucky, then you'll continue to warp into lobbies that are abundant of the gemstone that you want, and somebody hasn't already mined out the whole gemstones just before you. And if you're unlucky, then you're just going to get more of those bad lobbies. Of course, your gear and stats also make a huge difference, as you obviously saw in this video. But my main takeaway is that this sort of gemstone mining can be good. However, it's just nowhere near as reliable as mining in the Crystal Hollows. And while sure, with a good setup at the moment, you can make a fortune from mining Peridot. It could be quite crazy, and to be honest, just maybe like a matter of 4 or 5 days ago, it was even more mental. Before we end the video, I just want to clear something up. So I've been getting a lot of questions recently, and to be honest, I've had the same question being asked of me for so long now. And that is what texture pack I'm using. And for the longest time, I've always used the 30 virus texture pack because it's a rework of Faithful. Faithful is just my favourite texture pack, and 30 viruses pack was just a bit of extra pizzazz on top of the Faithful texture pack. So yeah, I always use the Thayvirus texture pack, although there's always been a few aspects of it that I weren't too sure about. So for those of you asking which texture pack I use, I've taken Thayvirus' texture pack and we've added a few extra little things, just a few minor tweaks, like the hardstone I've outlined lines around them, very useful for when powder mining. The colour of the hearts have changed to purple. The vibrance of endstone has been decreased because I always felt like in the end it was a little bit like I was getting flashbanged. There are a few other little tweaks as well. Now this is basically still I'm not trying to claim this is basically still Thayvirus' texture pack, just with a few minor tweaks. So for the most part, it's Thayvirus' texture pack that I use. You can go ahead and search on YouTube. He's got a video. You can download it from there. If you want to download this version of the pack that I'm using, go into my Discord, go into information, frequently asked questions, and at the bottom there's a download link to this texture pack. You'll need to extract the files and put them into your texture pack file, and that's how it's done. But regardless of that, let me know what you think of the new gemstones, the way that you mine them. Have you tested maybe mining for money with the new gemstones? Tell me what you think. If you did enjoy today's video, make sure you do leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.